Hi, I'm Mary. According to Florida law, a careless driver is anybody who doesn't have regard for traffic laws or any other circumstances that might harm people or their property. And I'm going to help you better understand careless driving by informing you of the consequences in mine and my friends' experiences of careless driving. So many people believe that careless driving has no consequences, but it's actually very serious. And the punishments may include a $500 fine and a maximum of 3 months in jail. Or both jail time and a fine. But if you're convicted twice, the punishment doubles. These punishments are in place for people who don't harm property or people, but for people who do harm people or property, their offense is upgraded to a third-degree offense. And this offense can lead up to a $5,000 fine and 60 months in jail. Careless driving can also result in insurance drop, points on a driver's record, and financial difficulties due to your own car damage. But the ultimate consequence of careless driving is death, your own or somebody else's. And when I first started learning to drive, I was a very careless driver. Not so much anymore. And I was because I was overconfident and I believed that I was invincible, as we all do. So the first picture shows my car, a large scratch on the front. It's actually worse than it looks, but so what happened, I was backing out of my driveway in my van in front of this car. So I didn't check to see if anything was behind me. I just backed out. It was the middle of the night. I didn't see the car, and I slammed into the front of the car. But it actually happened the same day that my sister got in a car accident. So I just passed it off as her mistake. And she was also a careless driver because she didn't check to see if anybody was coming when she pulled off the road and slammed right into another car. And we're careless because we had a lack of awareness. This is the back rear right of my car. And this I got when I was backing out of another driveway. Didn't check to see if anything was behind me. I hit my friend's mailbox. I thought it was a tree branch, so I kept going. And after I left, the mailbox was horizontal. I didn't tell her for another year that it was me. So. My best friend is a terribly careless driver. And she is because she shows a lack of regard for her surroundings as well as a lack of regard for what her driving could do. This picture is a picture of a parking lot because at my old school in Connecticut, she had a designated parking space. And when she was pulling into the spot, she hit my friend's car, and then she backed out and hit the other car right there. So if she had checked her mirrors or even looked out the window, none of this would ever happen. This is a picture of a steep hill because that same friend, she lives on a very steep and windy road in Connecticut. So she'll drive in upwards of 60 miles per hour up and down that street and will often coast into the other lane, the middle of the road. So if another car as reckless as her would have come around a bend at the same time as her, it could end in a fatal crash. So she's careless because this shows a lack of regard for travel lanes, speed limit, and human life. And although my friend and I haven't faced any consequences besides damaging my car and others, it can happen at any time. So careless driving, it's a serious offense, and as you can see what it is through my own experiences and my friends.